Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently following the bullish forecast, however a little bit more directly than initially assumed. So Bitcoin already broke to the upside yesterday. There are some rumors that the ETF could be approved as soon as possibly tomorrow. Everybody is going crazy on crypto Twitter. That, in my opinion, could indicate some kind of a buy the rumors, sell the news event happening. That is pretty much in line with my analysis, which forecasts prices to go, obviously, to around about 50k plus. We talked about that, or at least form one more high here in this circle wave 3 or A wave, and then to get a potentially deep B wave pullback. That's at least something that would very well be in line with the idea of buy the rumors, sell the news event. There will be a very clear level, which I cannot give you yet because we haven't got enough data for it, but there will be a very clear level that will distinguish between a deep pullback in a B wave, which could then still take us higher in a C wave later towards all-time highs, and only a shallow pullback in a wave 4, which can take us more directly higher in circle wave 5 of wave 3. Yeah. So this is what we need to consider. However, overall, nothing really changed. Just the pullback was shallow, which, as I say, often happens in crypto in bullish markets. We have been highlighting for many, many months, more than a year now, that this is a bullish market. Well, not necessarily more than a year. I think it was sort of sometime in January where I assumed it is a bullish market and the bear market low is already in. And it's just, it's just being followed. So obviously you can follow the smaller degree wave counts, the 1 hour charts and everything. This changes a lot. It is just the case that smaller degree time frame wave counts scenarios are more fragile. That's completely normal in crypto especially, but everywhere, because obviously there is short-term volatility, and you just, like with everything, when you trade smaller time frame scenarios with whatever strategies it is, you just have to be a little bit more on your toes. But I thought it would be a good idea to just show you again the daily time frame, everybody who's new on the channel, and we are forecasting still an ongoing bullish market. It would really take a break below around about 19.5k to convince me that we're not in a bullish market anymore. Anybody who asks for a good entry point now, it doesn't leave me in an easy position. I cannot give you one right now because, but that's exactly the main reason why I preached the building of core positions in the bear market to be prepared for this, right? Exactly because of that, because from experience, I can tell you that pullbacks in bullish markets are extremely shallow. And I've always said that if a third wave is unfolding, which it could be in the white scenario, then pullbacks will be shallow and you might not get the position you want. Therefore, build your core position. And I've been highlighting that week after week in the bear market. Long-term subscribers will know that. Now it's just what it is. I cannot offer you a good pullback entry point if the price doesn't give us a deep pullback, okay? Always give you support areas, but they are not necessarily targets. So if the price chooses to go the direct route, that is just what happens in a third wave, especially in crypto. There are strategies to deal with this. I talk a lot about that in the membership. You can still get small positions. You just have to understand where the relevant support level is. You have to maybe adopt a different strategy. You could be a momentum trader. See, the right entry point also depends on your strategy and trading plan. I can really only give you the levels, and so far they are not breaking and they are holding, and therefore the price keeps climbing in line with this scenario. Just note that once this fifth wave is in, this could complete circle wave 3 in white or the yellow A wave. Yeah. And we will then add, once we have a confirmed top in place, we will add a support area for wave 4. And should this break, then we are likely in a B wave, which I would treat as gift, and that will be the pullback that many people are waiting for. Before then, a C wave should take us higher. Okay, but we'll talk about that anyway on a daily basis. Looking at the shorter time frame, no sign of exhaustion after yesterday's more direct breakout here. Bitcoin seems to be taking the direct route. Main question is, do we get to the 50k in just 3 waves in a very weird high B wave, okay? Or do we get there in this kind of diagonal pattern? In the diagonal, we have a support level we can watch. So for direct upside, the 42,510 level needs to hold. As soon as Bitcoin breaks below $42,509, that's the golden ratio of the third wave in the white scenario, which is the direct breakout pathway. We get some clarity. The chart basically clarifies for us that the C wave to the downside is unfolding, okay? I only see also in this move up here, in the latest one, it looks to me like a 3-wave move up. So it could still stretch a little higher. In such a diagonal, we'd be dealing here with an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave higher. And this C wave needs 5 waves. As you can see, there are only 3. 1, 2. So it could stretch higher, okay? Now I have to say something. If it keeps climbing, yeah, it could be the high B wave then. At some point, this third wave will get a little bit unrealistic, even though we've seen, when just look at charts like, I mean, you know, I'm not saying this fourth wave will happen. I'm just saying that's support. That's basically your risk, okay? This has nothing to do with crystal ball. This has nothing to do with, I don't know, something questionable, you know, trying to predict or anything. No. This simply gives you the risk, the support. So that means it takes a break below that level to confirm that the white wave count is likely breaking. Okay, so you have to give it all that space. Now there's one more scenario I thought about earlier today, even though it's not really reliable, but you know, we talked about the triangle and the direct breakout. Unfortunately, the triangle also didn't form in an ideal fashion, so but valid. So if we say this was a triangle breakout, typically triangle breakouts are very aggressive. Then I would have to say this was the A wave, this was the B wave, this was the C wave, yeah, and then DE. Do you see what I mean? It's just too shallow to be reliable, that last DE bit. Therefore, I'm not leaning to the triangle, but I cannot fully rule it out. It's just something to mention, maybe also for educational purposes. We didn't get a nice wave D and E, which is needed for the triangle. So I'd rather say, you know, if we're breaking out, it has to be this diagonal pattern. Why? Because, very simple. Because, oh, 1 second. Very simple, because this move up is clearly in 3 waves. So it has to be an ABC in wave 1. And we have our wave 2. And this is the A wave, B wave, C wave, which is an impulse, which all fits. But it has to be diagonal. It can't be an impulse, because the first wave up is just a 3-wave move. So yeah, that's sort of the other parameters we have to be watching. Next Fibonacci extensions are at 46,480 and 47,255, relevant for circle wave 3. But it could even climb higher. So we can add a few, you know, if you want to be prepared for further increases. So the next one after that would be at 48,671, and then we're already nearly at that 50k target anyway. 50k is the next main Fibonacci level. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.